Hi there guys, it's about 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon and I'm having so many issues with my tripod that I'm just going to hold my phone. So if it gets shaky, I apologize. I'll try to make this quick. Alright, I have a lovely background behind me, as you can see. I'm at one of our parks here in town and it is very hard to find a place that has nobody around. So if you see people walking by, hopefully they don't say hi, because then I'll get distracted, then I'll forget where I'm at. Okay, so I'm just going to start off. Today's little topic is really funny. Okay, not this part yet, but what I'm going to talk about. You'll laugh. Okay, today's Jesus Calling says, trust me and don't be afraid. I want you to view trials as exercises designed to develop your trust muscles. You live in the midst of fierce spiritual battles, and fear is one of Satan's favorite weapons. When you start to feel afraid, affirm your trust in me. Speak out loud if circumstances permit. Resist the devil in my name, and he will slink away from you. Refresh yourself in my holy presence. Speak or sing praises to me, and my face will shine radiantly upon you. Remember that there is no condemnation for those who belong to me. You have been judged not guilty for all eternity. Trust me and don't be afraid, for I am your strength, song, and salvation. That was a pretty short one, but trials, you're going to have trials every day. And you're just actually supposed to be thankful for them, even though I know that's really hard to do at times. But you will learn something through trials, and you will learn that it's usually not going to go as planned. So just trust God. He knows what he's doing, and he knows what you need. Okay, I'm going to jump right into the codependency little thing here. And it's called Responsibility for Family Members. Okay, it says, I can still remember my mother clutching her heart, threatening to have a heart attack and die, and blaming it on me. That was anonymous. For some of us, the idea that we were responsible for other people's feelings had its roots in childhood and was established by members of our nuclear family. We may have been told that we made our mother or father miserable, leading directly to the idea that we were also responsible for making them happy. The idea that we are responsible for our parents' happiness or misery can instill exaggerated feelings of power and guilt in us. We do not have this kind of power over our parents, over their feelings, or over the course of their lives. We do not have to allow them to have this kind of power over us. Our parents did the best they could, but we still do not have to accept one belief from them that it's not a healthy belief. They may be our parents, but they are not always right. They may be our parents, but their beliefs and behaviors are not always healthy and in our best interest. We are free to examine and choose our beliefs. Let go of guilt. Let go of excessive and inappropriate feelings of responsibility toward parents and other family members. We do not have to allow their destructive beliefs to control us, our feelings, our behaviors, or our life. Today I will begin the process of setting myself free from any self-defeating beliefs my parents passed on to me. I will strive for appropriate ideas and boundaries concerning how much power and how much responsibility I can actually have in my relationship with my parents. That particular one I can't really relate with, because I had a pretty healthy upbringing for the most part. Like, my parents were never downgrading or blamed me for anything. So that's kind of hard for me to understand, but I do know and have been around people that blame me for a lot of things that weren't my parents. And a lot of times if someone is blaming you for something, it's something that's going on out inside of them. Because I know at times I've blamed people for things that they weren't at fault for. It was my own issue that I didn't want to look at. So if you're unhappy with something, you're going to push that onto other people. I've done it many times. And like I said, you just have to get tired of your own crap in order to really take a look at yourself and see what you're about and make those changes. Just try to do one thing different a day. Okay, I thought this would take longer than what it did to write these down, and I probably would have had more had I had more note cards. So this is basically, I told my friend Haley that just started at our job. I think she's about 20 years old. I told her that I was going to make a little dating questionnaire guideline. Like if these people can't pass these, then don't even think about dating them. So this goes for men or women, and it's not in any particular order, but these are so true. They might sound just silly or not important, but when it comes to the people you spend time with or that you might get involved with, you really know you need to know what you're getting into. A lot of things you're not going to learn truly until you actually have spent a lot of time with them. But this is just the basic questions that I think someone should ask, or maybe like if you go on a first date, just kind of slowly throw them in there. I'm not even saying do it all on the first date, but just talk to someone. I was listening to a sermon earlier, and they were talking about like dating and like how a lot of people just text to get to know somebody. But the only way you're really going to get to know somebody is to talk to them on the phone, like before you meet them in person, because texting can confuse you and mislead you in so many ways. And and if you talk on the phone with somebody, then you can get their tones down. You can see, like how they're going to react. Sorry, I'm taking a drink and holding this phone all at once. Your mouth gets dry quick when you're talking. So, yeah, talk on the phone with someone. Texting doesn't cut it. Yeah, it might be fun if you're, in the middle of your day and just want to say hey or whatever, but ask those questions. See what that person is about. Don't leave any stones unturned. There's no time to. You don't have time to mess around. Okay, especially if you're middle-aged. Okay, I'm going to try to hold these. It's a little bit breezy here. So, like I said, these are in no particular order. So I'm going to go from the bottom because that was actually my first one. So I will try to do this. Okay, like I said, these might seem simple, but they are very important. All right, number 1, do you like yourself? Simple question. A lot of people probably actually don't, but ask this. Okay, number 2, how do you feel about your mother/father? Find out what their childhood was like, because that is huge as far as what their adulthood and what they would be like as a partner, or a possible person to have a child with. If their life was tragic when they were younger, hopefully they have gotten some help and they are a healthy person now, because you don't want to deal with whatever they might have going on from when they were younger. So I kind of figure your past will deal with you if you don't deal with your past. That's so true. Someone said it. I didn't, so I can't steal it. Okay, the next one. What do you like to do? Okay, if you have a person that doesn't really like to go outside and go have fun and try new things, and if you're that kind of person that loves to be outside and do fun stuff, that might not be a person for you. You could be friends with them or whatever, and there's nothing wrong with being friends with everybody. You don't have to date these people. These are just questions that you want to ask someone that you're going to spend some time with. Okay, the next one. What are your goals? All right, that's a big one too. A lot of people don't have goals or don't really think about what their goals are, and just kind of go through life just, what's the word? They don't enjoy it, they endure it. That's the word. I have so just endured life for so many years. And like I said, just like in the past 6 months, my eyes have just opened to life. So what do they like to do? Do they like to go boating? Do they like to fish? Do they go to the bars? Do they go to church? Do they like spending time with their family? Do they like grilling out? It's important to ask what someone likes to do, because it just, depending on your personality, you might be a perfect match for someone that likes to play video games and just chill at home or whatever, but just find out what they like. Okay. Can or does he or she, I should say, live on their own? Okay, this is from people from like 18 to 80. It's a pretty broad spectrum here. Do they live alone? Do they live in their mother's basement? Do they have roommates? Just, you know, where do they live? It doesn't have to be a fancy place. Just, do they live on their own, or can they make it on their own? Most people don't like to be alone. But for someone to be able to have just their own apartment even, and pay their bills and just maintain, that's a big plus to me. Okay, and a lot of this, okay, 3/4 of it probably, I learned by picking people that didn't have these things really going on for them. So that's what's kind of funny, is I learned this stuff backwards. Okay, next one is, what are their recreational hobbies? As far as, do they drink? Do they smoke? Do they do drugs? You want to try to stay away from people that frequent the bars a lot, that are doing drugs. Those people are not going to be good for you. That's my opinion, but my opinion is right because I've lived it. I've lived the life of the bars and the drugs and just the bad things. You don't want to get wrapped up into somebody that can't make it through the day without having a drink or doing some kind of drug. It's not cool. Don't do drugs. Okay, next one. How long does he or she hold a job? This is big too. I've been at my job for 25 years in about 2 weeks. So I'm looking forward to that. I laughed, and you know, my job is a physical job. So I said, maybe I can get a free shoulder surgery for my 25-year award coming up. But yeah, if they can't hold a job, then there's something major going on. Stay away from these people. You gotta have a job. You gotta have a reason to get up and do something every day. Okay, next. Have you been to jail? Okay. Good people go to jail. I'm not saying anything bad about jail. But if this is a regular thing, there might be something going on that's way deep down. It just depends, you know, is it an assault charge? Is it a theft charge? Is it drinking and driving? You know, like I said, good people can make mistakes and go to jail. But if this is like a regular thing you see in somebody, it's probably not a good sign. There might be some anger there. Or they're crazy. Okay, next. How do your exes feel about you? That's a big one. I can't say that every ex that I have just thinks I'm a great person, but you know, they know that I had my issues, and they know that I would never intentionally hurt someone. So I mean, some people might feel a little sour about me, but overall, I think most of the people that I've been involved with, if I saw them on the street, they wouldn't like flip me the finger or say piss off. I think they would be cordial and be nice and say hi. But like I said, you know, everybody's got that uncomfortable thing that went on with someone in their life that it's hard to see them or whatever, maybe unresolved issues. But for the most part, if someone can get along with their ex, not that you want them in their life every day or whatever, but if you get along with your ex, I think that says a lot about you as a person. So if things don't work out with you and somebody, don't just go nuts and break up in a crazy way. Just understand it's better for both of you. Just walk away from each other. You know, it might suck, hey, but don't get to the point where you hate someone and it ends up ugly. So I think how you feel about your exes and how they feel about you says a lot. Okay, next question is, this is probably should have been way up on the top of the list, but like I said, I just wrote these down and threw them in a pile. Do you believe in God? I think if someone doesn't believe in God, then that's just not a person for me, period. I mean, yeah, I'll be cordial and be nice or whatever, but I'm not going to get tight with somebody that doesn't believe in God and that doesn't believe in what God is about. Okay. Next one. Can they hold a conversation? This is big too. You don't want to spend a lot of time with someone that doesn't talk. What kind of stuff comes out of their mouth? You know, are they positive? Are they complaining? Are they cussing a lot? You know, what do they talk about? Do they know how to talk? Can you take them in public and speak to them? Hi, Janie. I do my video. Good to see you. You better look at it. Okay, so yeah, can they hold a conversation? You gotta have somebody that can speak, or you're gonna be bored off your butt. Next one. See, I knew someone that was walking by. That's okay though. Do you have a phone in your name? You know, this might sound simple, but do they have a phone in their name? That kind of goes along with, oh, I dropped one. That kind of goes along with how's your credit? You know, a lot of people have bad credit, sometimes even myself. But if their phone is in somebody else's plan, there might be a reason. But could be just that they made a mistake, whatever. Don't make them a bad person. Next one. Sorry, I'm shaky. Do they have a vehicle that runs? Okay, a lot of people are like, oh, hey, I've got 3 or 4 cars. But yes, are they sitting and they haven't moved in a year? Or, you know, one of them has a bad motor, or, well, I lost my license, or, well, actually, it's not my car, but it is. I'm borrowing it. Okay, if they have a car they can come pick you up in and go do things, that's a plus. Like I said, these sound simple, but a lot of people can't function just the normal daily things. I don't know why it's so hard, but it just is. Okay, next one. Oh, these are blowing all over. Okay. If they are a parent, do they see or have regular visits with their children? If someone, you know, okay, this is for the most part, there's always exceptions, but if someone is a parent and they're not doing everything they can to see that child or let the child know that they care or financially pay for that child, that means, in my experience, that if they're not seeing one of their kids or whatever the reason is, and I've learned this the hard way, that they're probably not going to see your kid if you have a child with them. Like I said, I learned this the hard way. I got involved with someone that had several children previously and only saw maybe one of them, and now my son is one of them that isn't seen. But he is loved, he knows he's loved, and that's the biological father's loss. Kids are awesome. You got to see your kids. You got to let them know you love them. Okay, I think I've got like, I don't know, about 8 left. Okay. Are they fun? What are they like? Do they make you laugh? Are they cool? Are they funny? Or are they witty? You know, these are big things. You don't want a dud. If you're a fun person, find a fun person. Plain and simple. Okay, next one. Are they kind? How do they act towards people when you're out and about? You know, you can just tell a lot by a person by how they are around other people. Not just you, you know, because they might try to be slick and just act like they're kind, but you'll know when you're in public what a person is about by how they treat others. A lot of times, you know, they might pretend they like others, but you're going to find out eventually, are they a kind person? All right. Do they make you laugh? This is big. If you're spending time with people that don't make you laugh, those aren't your people. I love to laugh. I love to have fun. I love to laugh at myself. Sometimes I have like the mind of a middle schooler that laughs when they're not supposed to in class. But that's okay because it makes me happy. Okay, next one. How do they speak? Do they talk nicely? Do they cut people down? Do they talk good about people? Are they positive? You know, these things are big. How a person speaks says a lot about what is inside them. Okay. Next one, do they appreciate the small things? Okay, you want a person that is very simple. Yeah, simple is hard to find. But overall, just do they appreciate the little things? Do they appreciate walking outside and hear birds chirping or looking at the trees? Like, the older I get, I love just seeing nature. Do they just appreciate you? You know, just any little kind thing. Do they appreciate that? Okay, I need another drink. Okay, I think I have 2 left. So where are we at? Oh shit, 20 minutes. Oops, I cussed. Okay, next one is, do they look you in the eye? Okay, some people just get nervous talking to someone, but you want someone that can look you in the eye. Like this. Yes. Oh, I forgot one. I didn't write it down. Do they lie? Lying is no good. I understand, like, sometimes a little white lie might be okay, but if they are just a straight up liar, don't be around those people. Because if they lie about something small, they're going to lie about something big. Oh, this should have been like on the top of the list. I totally didn't even think of this one. Are they an honest person? Excuse me. Are they honest? This is so bad. You don't want a shade stir. Okay. And last but not least, this is a good one. Are they a killer? You don't want to be around somebody that kills people. Just ask them, are you a killer? Are you going to kill me? Okay. All right. So 20 minutes in, man, I thought I'd be done in like 10. Okay. So like I said, this is the little guideline. Go by it. Live by it. These are the people you want to be around, are people that can pass this test. Okay, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, something. Let me know what's going on. Are you out there? Okay, goodbye people. Enjoy your Sunday.